Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review this new fantasy horror, Achoura. And this film is from director Talal, Selhami, and focuses on four childhood friends who are reunited with one of them surfaces after 20 years, forcing them to confront a creature straight out of this really creepy kind of story. And you know, this creature in this film is like a strange combination of like the aliens from John Carter and like the alien from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, except with like a creepy black CGI cloak. And here's the thing, the effects in this film aren't always the greatest, but I think Dark Star Productions gives enough budget to this film to, you know, have some really solid production design. This film at least looks like it was made by like a studio. And, you know, the CGI might not be the greatest. Heck, I was even talking about that in Benedetta. Fire. Tough to do with CGI. Here, really creepy creature that you have quite a few scenes throughout the film where they build up some really solid tension and have creepy visuals. And I think that goes a long way. I do think this film does struggle to really find an identity outside of a lot of things that it kind of just cherry picks ideas from. Because, like, if you read that synopsis, it really sounds like it. And I've seen people try to use that as, like, a marketing, it's like, it's the next it, and stuff like that. It's just, like, it just kind of feels like a half-hearted attempt at, like, adapting it in some shape or form. And the narrative really seems that way. And, you know, I think this film has some solid performances. It has some solid ideas. But I do think that it really gets bogged down in that, like, we've seen a lot of these things already because they've been done so many times in other films. And this doesn't feel the most original in trying to adapt those things. And I feel like Achoura feels like one of those kinds of films where it's like, it's eerie, it's creepy, it has its scary moments, but I don't know if it's something that you're going to go back to and really have sitting with you for a long period of time. I'm like, wow, that movie really freaked me out. Like, probably not. It has some solid scares, it has some solid designs, and you know, the characters are there, they're not the most intriguing or interesting, but you have solid performances for them. It's a bit messy in terms of like all the connections it's trying to make between like when they were younger and where we're at after all this time. And there's definitely some moments where you have some creepy imagery and creepy character designs that work really well for the film and make it stand out in that way. And I appreciate that about this film. This isn't the kind of film that I feel like this is like a good horror film, but like if you're really into the genre and you want something fresh and different, this might not be the freshest or the most different, but at least it's something new, and I feel like it has that going for it. And, you know, it's pretty creepy. Definitely has that atmosphere. A lot of time spent in a creepy house with a creepy dude. So, if you could at least be a little bit creepy, I think you at least have that going for you for a horror film. But those are my thoughts on Achoura. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.